Aloha, welcome to another episode of Inner Truth Expansion Podcast. I'm your host, Julie Faulkner, and I'm so excited to be here with you today for episode 3. And we're going to be speaking into overwhelm today, but first I would love to introduce myself if we haven't connected before. I'm Julie. I'm an intuitive therapist, a spiritual guide, a healer and creative writer, and it is my absolute mission here on the planet to help support in raising the collective consciousness, to help souls through their self-discovery journey and realize the incredible power that they hold within, to tap into their own innate wisdom and truly bring their creative expression out into the world. So today I wanted to speak into overwhelm, and what I've been feeling, I'm sure that a lot of people have been feeling this all over the world. I'm feeling this in New Zealand, this collective fear, this scared energy, and I feel it's really important to speak into this right now because it is creating this huge sense of overwhelm. This overwhelm of so much information and not knowing where to go, where to look for the ultimate true sources of information. So this is why I wanted to speak into overwhelm. It's been such a trying time, and I know that we are all in this together. So lately I've been really feeling so overwhelmed with all the happenings in the world right now. And it's been a real struggle to not be pulled one way or the other. And when this overwhelm comes in, you can feel it in your body. You can really feel it in your body. So the more awareness that you can have, the easier it is to detect it before it creeps up on you. So this is why I believe having embodiment practices like meditation or dance, if you like ecstatic dance, or just putting on a playlist and just having a move to the music. So having these practices, these embodiment practices over time will help you to really feel into what's going on in your physical body. So you can be more prepared for the emotions that do rise in your being. So when you do these practices regularly, your self-awareness heightens and you're able to be the watcher of the overwhelm that comes up. So this is what I've been noticing for myself, and I've been noticing it in some others around me and my clients. And the first thing that I want to help you to understand, the first thing to do when you recognize the overwhelm, when you're able to tap into this overwhelm, is to have the awareness to stop. Just stop. Take a deep breath and be here now. And just remind yourself that nothing is more important than this moment right now. Presence is the key. Just allowing yourself to feel all of the feelings in that moment. Take distractions away and actively choose that I won't look at my phone in between this time and this time. Actively make those choices to take as many distractions away as possible so that you can be more in tune with that present moment state. You can put boundaries in place and say to yourself, I won't go out here, or I won't go out at this time because I designate this day just for me. Putting these practices in place so that when you feel this overwhelm coming in, it doesn't seem as bad because you've got these set practices aside, like setting that time aside for yourself, or setting that time on your phone to say, do not disturb between this time and this time. So important, so important. Knowing that you have the power to control this overwhelm. You have the power to take away the distractions that don't need to be there. Just knowing that whatever's going on for you in any moment, whether you're overwhelmed, feeling disempowered, if you're feeling grief, feeling like nothing is happening how you would like it to happen. Just knowing that everything's temporary and change is the only thing that is certain. So the law of impermanence is really, really important to remember here. It's a teaching that in everything, every material or relative experience, everything in existence is impermanent. Knowing that everything that is going on in your life right now will change. Everything will change. So if you are feeling this overwhelm creeping in, just remember this. So remember that no matter what, you've got your breath. No matter what, you can stop. No matter what, you know that everything is passing and changing constantly. So I would like to invite you to close down your eyes for a moment and just tune in. Just tune in. Tuning into your breath. And just hold a picture in your mind of the whole, of everything that's currently happening in your life. And just feeling into that. And just noticing where anything feels just a little bit uneasy or restrictive in your body. Now, if there's anything that you don't like, that you're seeing in your life, just hold that vision and place knowing here in this space. What do you know right now? You know the breath, life force. Just breathe into the situation. Allow yourself to breathe into the situation. Just know that although it may appear unpleasant, that it will not always be this way. There will come a time where it is not this way, and it will transform into something else. Remembering that everything is energy, and everything we see physically is made up of energy. Energy is always moving. Everything is a transformation of energy. It will not just stay the same. Nothing ever stays the same. So we must really lean into trust here. Trusting in whatever is going on will be working out in the highest and best for all involved. And it's not a complete surrender. It's an acknowledging of the situation just as it's presenting itself. Knowing that, you perhaps don't like the situation and you want it to change. And just trusting that it will by letting go of attachment. When we can accept it just as it is, with the knowing that it will change because of the law of impermanence, we can feel at ease with the situation. And we can also change our perspective on the situation too. Just knowing that everything happens in this life, everything that happens is happening for you. Just knowing that in the challenges, there are lessons. In change comes new opportunities, depending on how you look at it. I invite you to see everything as a cloud. It's moving across the sky, and it will never be in that same formation ever again. Same goes with everything else in your life. Be patient. Be patient. Patience is so important. Just know that you have the power to shift the energy of what the situation is by your perception on it. And hold that vision strong of what you want the outcome to be, of what you want to see happening. And remind yourself daily that everything is happening for me. Everything is happening for you. This too shall pass, and everything is always changing. That I know for certain. Taking a deep breath in and out. Sitting in this knowing that in this moment right now, this is all there is. That anything that needs to get done will get done. That anything that is overwhelming you, there is an invitation to come into the breath. Come into the breath, stop, breathe, be, and listen to your inner being. It knows what you need in every moment, and it knows what to do. If you want to dive into some embodiment practices, meditation, dance, inner wisdom journeying, if you're really just starting to get into this and you really, really want some guidance around this, it's a practice that I'll be taking you through. All of these practices, these embodiment practices, I'll be taking you through in Discovering You. It's a month-long program, and I've just finished the last one of 2021. We just finished the last workshop today, and it was so beautiful. And the next round of Discovering You will be next year, either January or February. Just stay tuned for the date of that. So this program, Discovering You, is really designed to support you in finding your truth at the core essence of your being, and really stepping into that in your daily life, to be living from your truest version of you, from your true authentic self. And I'm going to be guiding you through this 1 month journey through inner wisdom journeying, getting to the core essence of who you are and really unlocking the answers to these questions, like, what is my actual truth? What do I really believe? What do I really feel about this situation or this situation? Where did this thought really come from? Or why am I emotionally reacting to this situation, which is causing me X amount of turmoil in my life? And I get it. I've been there. I've been through the same things. And this is why I've developed this program, to help you to shed all of the expectations and ideals of who you thought you had to live up to truly know who you are and be you, truly be you, living from soul, from your truest expression. So if you want to go on a date with yourself every day for a month, and you really want to get to know you and what your soul's calling is, what your deepest desires are, and what may be blocking you from taking those steps forward, then I invite you to join me on the next Discovering You program. So there'll be one masterclass every week, and daily exercises and tools and embodiment practices for you to dive into each of these 3 pillars: dissolve, discover, and define. And there's also an option to work one-on-one with me alongside these masterclasses too, if you really want the deeper experience and a personalized experience specific to your journey. So if you want more information about Discovering You, see the show notes on this podcast, wherever you are listening or watching this. May you go about the rest of your day feeling less distracted, feeling less overwhelmed, feeling more centered, more grounded. With each footprint that you make on the earth, may it imprint the truest essence of you, every single one. May each step that you take guide you closer and closer to your truth, to your desired life, to a soul-led life. Thank you so much for joining me in this space for another conscious conversation for expansion and inspiration. This is all about tapping into that innate power that you hold within and realizing how magic you are. And when you take responsibility, when you really allow yourself the space to tap into your inner world, to know that you have control over your thoughts and your energy state of what you choose to believe. This is where the magic happens. Life is magic. You are magic. So if you gained something from today, I invite you to like, follow, subscribe wherever you're listening to this. Share with whoever you feel will benefit from this conversation. Taking in a deep inhale and a full releasing exhale. I see you rising into the deepest truth of you. See you next time on Inner Truth Expansion Podcast.